But you know what else I have seen? I've seen the patch notes. Diving into this. Balance Post Season 2 begins. Let's talk about Season 2 patch notes for Marvel Rivals. We have Vanguard changes first. Let me just zoom in a little bit maybe. I'm gonna keep them like this. I think this is perfect. Okay, so Vanguard. Captain America. Steve will undergo some adjustments to his survivability, leading to a slight decrease in his overall resilience. Reduce base health from 675 to 650. Reduce the shield value of Living Legend from 400 to 350. So you're gonna be able to focus him down a little bit easier because he's just not dying in team fights. Doctor Strange. The Sorcerer Supreme will see a reduction in his offensive capabilities, limiting his battlefield control. 1 second. Decrease daggers of Denak damage per projectile from 18 to 16. Reduce the Maelstrom of Madness conversion ratio of dark magic to damage from 1.3 to 1.2. So damage rate overall is going to be a little bit weaker. Still a strong hero in my opinion. Hulk. The Green Goliath will boast enhanced maneuverability and improve survivability upon entering combat. Increase base movement speed from 600 to 650. Reduce cooldown time for Indestructible Guard from 12 to 10 seconds. Decrease minimum charge time from Incredible Leap from 0.7 to 0.5 seconds. Okay, so hear me out. I have not seen Hulk being played that much in this season. He was played a lot in the first half of season 1. Like, he was pick or ban a lot of the times, especially because there was the meta in which you had like triple strategists played, and you had like a lot of ultimates, a lot of defensive ultimates, and you'd pick Hulk, so you can go with the Gamma team up with Iron Man, and you would actually be able to, like, with Iron Man, you know, just one shot with the big ultimates and stuff. So maybe this is their way of, let's see the other changes too, in which they want to try to like introduce Hulk into the meta by giving him like some good buffs going forward. But still, he's just gonna be moving faster. I don't know how much is 600 from 600 to 650, but it's just going to move a little bit faster. Reduce cooldown time for Indestructible Guard from 12 to 10 seconds. Going to have this ability available a little bit more, so higher APM for the hero. And decrease minimum charge time for Incredible Leap from 0.7 to 0.5 seconds. So he's going to be able to jump around the battlefield and reposition and contest high ground and do whatever he wants a little bit faster. So this is a big W to Hulk mains. Rejoice in Season 2. Magneto. The Master of Magnetism will experience a slight decrease in the frequency of his ultimate ability. Increase energy cost for Meteor M ultimate ability from 3100 to 3400. This ultimate is one of the teamfight winning ultimates in this game. It can one-shot. It's a super strong one, and he's going to have it available a little bit less, fewer times, I mean, going into Season 2, because it's going to be harder to like farm the ultimate in the first place. W change for this, because I feel like Magneto has been... Initially, I thought that Doctor Strange was like the tank that you pick in almost every situation. I feel like Magneto is going to be the tank, and has been the tank that you pick up in any situation. He's not bad against anybody. He's not good against... He is great against a lot of heroes, but the fact that the ultimate is going to be increased with the cost is going to be pretty nice to play against him. He's not going to be available that often. Not gonna have the ultimate available that often. I'm sorry, Olaf distracted me because bro just literally wall jumped over there on top. Hey, Olaf. Alright. Penny. I have not seen Penny being played at all. I mean, rarely. Only by Penny mains. Penny will receive enhancements to her primary attack damage efficiency and a boost to her survivability and combat capabilities. Cyberweb Cluster now has the chance to crit, Reduce movement speed penalty while firing Cyberweb Cluster from 40% to 20%. You're gonna feel a little bit more mobile. And increase base health from 650 to 750. Oh wow, this is pretty tanky. This is pretty tanky. Now, has the chance to crit means that I think it's gonna do more damage if you land headshots with it. I guess that's what it does. But a chance to crit. So you mean like 1 in 10 Cyberweb Clusters will crit? Pretty confusing. They should have specified the numbers with this one. Still, I think Penny mains and Hulk mains are going to be having a wonderful time until now with the patch notes. The Thing, the ever-loving blue-eyed Thing, will see a slight reduction in his damage reduction effect. Decrease Embattled Leap's damage reduction effect for himself and teammates from 30% to 25%. The thing is, I don't know if I like this one or not, because recently I'm playing a lot against dive characters. And the thing is, one of the vanguards that actually peels for strategists in the back when they're getting dived 24/7, and the damage reduction, because he's just gonna jump to you and peel for you, is feeling really nice. Now 30% to 25%, I don't know about the breakpoints and stuff. Not a big fan of this nerf on the thing, especially because he's like one of the few heroes that can like help you survive in the backline if you're having a hard time as a strategist. THOR. The mighty THOR will receive an increase in survivability, increase base health from 525 to 600, increase base movement speed from 600 to 650. Now, I think that the reason why they want to do this is probably because you cannot solo tank with THOR. So, maybe you just want to make him, I don't know, more tanky and faster and stuff. So maybe you have the games in which you only have a THOR main in your team, and you're gonna be trying to just solo tank this. Maybe this is the reasoning behind this one. Okay, I like the Vanguard changes going forward. I really like the Vanguard changes going into Season 2. Duelist now. Black Widow. Natasha is receiving optimization for her shooting experience. Will they ever give her a one-shot without Mantis damage boost is my question. Add a new effect where Black Widow can directly shoot after releasing the second kick of Edge Dancer and after using Electroplasma Explosion ultimate ability. So, directly shoot after releasing... I don't play that much Widow. Directly shoot after releasing the second kick of Edge Dancer and after using Electroplasma Explosion ultimate ability. It sounds like she's gonna have an easier time like securing kills after you're gonna be using the second kick of this and the ultimate. But still, I'm seeing some pretty good Widows. I feel like right now though is not a good meta for her, especially with how I personally I'm playing against a lot of dive, and Widow doesn't do a good job at staying alive against dive. So maybe in a more poke heavy meta, we're gonna see more Widow being played. But this making her meta instantly and stuff, and this being a problem, nah, it's fine, sure, you know, fine. I don't think anybody's gonna be like, no, they buffed the Widow. Anyway, Hawkeye. We're improving Clint's mobility while drawing his bow, enhancing his combat capabilities, and increasing the threat of his ultimate ability. Reduce the slow effect while charging the bow from 30% to 20%, so he's going to be moving faster. Increase both instances of damage for hypersonic arrow from 50 to 55, so these are some pretty nice Hawkeye buffs. And decrease energy cost for Hunter's Sight ultimate ability from 3,700 to 3,100. And improve the bow draw speed, increase from 1.35x to 1.5x. Was this necessary for Hawkeye? I don't think this was. Like, the Widow one is more like quality of life one, but the Hawkeye one, this like maybe one I understand, maybe two I understand, but pair all of these up together and Hawkeye is gonna be a menace going into Season 2. Oh wow. Even this was not enough to push him. These two, yeah, maybe. The fact that their ultimate is the cost got decreased so much. I don't know. I'm calling it. I think we're gonna see a lot of Hawkeye bans. A lot of Hawkeye bans going forward. HELA. The goddess of death will see a reduction in mobility while slightly enhancing her offensive power. Increase cooldown timer for Astral Flock from 12 seconds to 15 seconds. So that's the shift ability, I think. The one in which your mobility skill, you turn into a bird, you just fly and escape and stuff. So this will punish you from flanking as often, because you're not going to have it available to escape as fast. Don't know about this one. Increase spell field damage of Pierce Ignite from 30 to 35. This is the right click. I don't know. I don't think that this was necessary. I think her damage is fine, but still. And decrease cooldown time for Soul Drainer from 12 to 10 seconds. Story with the changes. I don't ever think that we're gonna see like a HELA. I don't think HELA is ever gonna be in a state in which, I don't know, she's gonna need like 5 or 6 headshots in order to secure kills. I think that's the character's identity in Marvel Rivals, in which good hit scan aim, you land a couple of headshots, then you just secure an elimination, and that's how I think it's gonna be in the future too. But the fact that mobility is not going to be available that often, kind of good. Now, compare this to HAWKEYE, though. Don't know. This is a way of adding HAWKEYE more back into the meta rather than just like having prefer HELA 24/7. Maybe they want to give you the option. Alright, Human Torch. Johnny's attack, feedback, and survivability are being improved to enhance his impact across various combat scenarios. Reduce attack interval for Fire Cluster from 0.6 seconds to 0.5 seconds. The launch timing of the primary attack projectile has been advanced. Increase the cooldown for Flaming Meteor from 12 seconds to 15 seconds, but add a new effect. After releasing Flaming Meteor, immediately gain 75 bonus health, which will start to fall off 3 seconds later at a rate of 30 per second. Interesting changes. I feel like HAWKEYE's I'm sorry, HAWKEYE is like the biggest winner up until now in this patch, so I just have HAWKEYE on my brain right now. I'm not seeing a lot of Human Torch being played. I want to see a meta in which he's gonna be picked quite often. I'm okay with these changes, and I feel like it's kind of weird because like he's a long-range poke hero with essentially a shotgun, you know, because like with how he's left clicking, and interesting changes. Let's see how they're gonna feel like in game. I want to see more Human Torch being played with this. But yeah, like a good Human Torch right now is very annoying. Anyway, Iron Man. Iron Man is seeing improvements to his mid-range combat effectiveness. Add the fact that Hulk got buffed, and I think this would just be enough for Iron Man to make a comeback. Slightly reduce Iron Man's hitbox size, so bro's gonna be harder to hit. New feature, gain 100 bonus health activating Armor Overdrive or Gamma Overdrive that will start to fall off 5 seconds later at a rate of 30 per second. Why? Like, the Hulk, the HAWKEYE, the Iron Man changes are what I feel a direct push of them into the meta from the Marvel Rivals team. I don't think this was... Okay, maybe this one, but... Yeah, they're giving everyone bonus HP. I don't like that. Iron Fist. Lin Lee will see an increase in his combat effectiveness against vanguards, a slight improvement to his mobility, and a slight reduction to his survivability when first entering the battlefield. Reduce the bonus max health gain from Harmony Recovery from 150 to 100, but slow the fall-off rate of that health from 25 per second to 15 per second. So you're gonna have like more time to do something instead until like you get rid of your bonus max health. Lower fixed health of Yat Ji Chung Quen, I think, from 10 to 9, but increase the percentage damage of the enemy's max health per strike from 1.7 to 2.1%. So more of a tank buster, kind of like how Wolverine is. I like this. I like that some of the DPSs, some of the duelists in this game are like, you pick them and you go like, I'm gonna pick this duelist to be like a tank buster. Decrease the cooldown of the kick from 12 to 10 seconds. Okay, so Iron Fist mains are eating this season. Mr. Fantastic. Now, Mr. Fantastic, let's see the changes because this is a huge mountain. This is a huge mountain of text. We're enhancing Reed's capabilities while making some balance adjustments to his ultimate energy charge rate, adding additional control ability, and optimizing the release experience of his ultimate ability. Increase base health from 350 to 375. You know, at this point, just move Mr. Fantastic to Vanguard. Boost the damage of Stretch Punch from 60 to 65, and from 75 to 80 while in an inflated state. Okay, so more of a threat, because he's just like tickling you. Flexible Elongation new effect. Enemies within range now suffer a 35% slow effect. Excuse you? Reduce Flexible Elongation cooldown time from 10 to 8 seconds. Bro, this is huge. You kidding me? Bro just got crowd control with this. This is gonna be so big. Reduce the elasticity gained from Elastic Strength passive ability from 30 to 20, while the elasticity provided by Stretch Punch is increased from 5 to 8. After entering the inflated state, the bonus health provided to self has been reduced from 450 to 400. A little bit squishy in this, but I mean, bro can just start walking like this and block everything anyway, so. New feature, when Mr. Fantastic... How many new features is bro getting? When Mr. Fantastic uses Brainiac Bounce, ultimate ability, immediately gain bonus health equal to that gained when entering inflated state. Yeah, I'm saying Mr. Fantastic buffs are massive. They are pretty massive. I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of Mystic Fantastic going forward. These buffs are huge for this hero. Absolutely huge. More health, more damage, a slow effect, not that vulnerable during the ultimate. We're gonna be here non-stop. You know how this season 1.5 was with Bucky 24/7? Again. Season 2 is gonna be haha, ho ho, haha. It's gonna be a lot. Just make him a tank, bro. Bro, I swear. No, Mr. Fantastic and Hawkeye, I could see this. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm leaving the stream. Okay, Moon Knight. What? We're optimizing Marx's Moonblade projectile bounce feedback while improving maneuverability, ultimate ability, and survivability. Increase Crescent Dart projectile speed from 120 meters per second to 150 meters per second. Moonblade new effect. Gain 25 bonus health with each enemy hit. Bro, how many? Up to a max of 100. 3 seconds after the bonus health stops increasing, it will start to fall off at a rate of 20 per second. Speed up Moon Knight hook pull startup time after a hit from 0.4 seconds to 0.15 seconds. Okay, true. It felt incredibly clunky. Extend the duration of the Hand of Khonshu ultimate ability, the Moon, from 3.5 seconds to 4.5 seconds, and increase the number of talents generated during this period from 14 to 18. Additionally, the fall speed of the talents has been slightly enhanced. A new damage fall-off mechanic for the spell field has been added, beginning at 1.5 meters from the center and reaching a maximum of reduction of 70% at 5 meters. So you're gonna be, yeah, it sounds big and stuff, but you're gonna have to like aim with it properly, right in the center, kind of like how you do it with Namor's ult right now, with the damage reduction, like the further away you go from the point, from the center of it. Moon Knight buffs. Well, I have a theory. Bro got like, what, 3 skins or something like that? So maybe they just go like, you know what? We release a lot of skins for Moon Knight. Let's just make him meta smiley face. I'm kidding, but imagine if that would actually be the thought process. There's one trend though that I'm noticing. I think that this should have been in game for the beginning with the speed up with this, because the mobility of the hero feels really clunky. Now, why are they starting to give so much bonus health? That is my big question. Like, a lot of bonus health I'm seeing. Front, middle, left, and right. Everybody just bonus health, bonus health, bonus health, bonus health, bonus health. The season of bonus health. So he can flank and survive is what he's saying. He can flank and survive. I don't know. I think that if you want a character that has insane amount of damage, the character should be more glass cannon rather than zero. Not necessarily 0 types of consequences, but if you go for a risky play with a hero that can just, and that's it, then you should be able to focus that hero fast. You know? They said that wanted the fights to be quicker, but this goes counter against them. Yeah, it's pretty, yeah. I don't know. Don't know about the Moon Knight changes, but huge buffs for Moon Knight mains. Scarlet Witch. We're reducing Wanda's survivability, but increasing her threat level against strategists and duelists while optimizing her ultimate ability release experience. Removing Chaos Control percentage damage while increasing fixed damage from 60 to 80 per second. So instead of focusing the Vanguards, you're gonna be more inclined to focus the strategists and duelists right now because they remove the percentage damage from the Chaos Control, from the... Increase Chthonian burst projectile damage from 35 to 40 and spellfield damage from 35 to 40. Clear buffs. Increase the cooldown of Mystic Projection from 8 to 10 seconds and reduced phased state time from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. So the escape got nerfed. And rework the slow effects. You get punished for this. Rework the slow effect of reality erasure to start at 1.5 seconds instead of starting immediately with a linear increase to a 35% slow over 3.5 seconds, so you're gonna have more liberty to move while in your ultimate is what I'm getting out of this. Intriguing. I like them. I haven't seen Scarlet Witch being played that much. We'll see how it's how it will be played out. Star-Lord. We're reducing Peter's damage output and the efficiency of his ultimate ability charge. Reduce blaster baggage damage from 80 per second to 75. Introduce a new damage fall-off mechanic starting at 4 meters and maxing out at 80% reduction at 8 meters. So more risk involved to Star-Lord because damage reduction will appear over there. Damage fall-off will kick in because they added the mechanic, so you want to be like more into the enemies when using your blaster baggage. Like it. I mean, yeah, sure. Magneto just bubble Star-Lord, then bro has to get in, then get out. I approve this nerf. Winter Soldier, bro. Winter Soldier is, I think, probably right now the strongest duelist. Like, I'm seeing him picked in every game or banned. He's so good. We're lowering Bucky's threat level against vanguards and reducing the margin for error in his ultimate ability. Increase the cooldown time for Bionic Hook from 8 seconds to 12 seconds. W. Thank you for this. Big W. Reduce base damage of Kraken Impact ultimate ability from 100 to 80, but lower the culling threshold from 20% to maximum health to 50%. 15%, I mean. I mean, we're still going to be seeing a lot of resets of Loki illusions and stuff like that. I think we're still going to be seeing a lot of agains. I think that this is enough to push him out of the meta. It will be a little bit more difficult, but at least the hook ain't gonna be that strong because you can track it right now. I feel like a lot of the abilities in Marvel Rivals are in a very low cooldowns for how big of an impact they have. And I think that one of the easiest strategies, I also like mentioned that in the dev update, the dev post, in which Winter Soldier pulls somebody, then Groot just walls them off. If bro misses the hook, you have a 12-second window, let's just say 10-second with approximation, in which you can play a little bit more aggressive as a vanguard, as a duelist, as a strategist, because you're not afraid of getting hooked and stuff. And I think it's going to be easier to track. I feel like a lot of abilities in this game are really hard to track because the cooldowns are too small. You know, like HELA no shift. Well, they changed that guy now. It's from 12 to 15 seconds. Bucky no hook. Oh, so I have like 10 seconds which I can play and then try to adjust around it. But yeah, with the help with the team and stuff to follow up on the ultimates just landing so that Winter Soldier can keep on resetting his ultimate again and again and again, I think that he's still going to be played quite a bit. Alright, Wolverine. We're tuning Logan's rage acquisition rate and slightly lowering his control intensity over enemies. Increase rage gain from Savage Claw hits from 7 to 10, while rage gain from Berserk Claw Strike has been decreased from 7 to 5, reduce rage gained from Feral Leaf from 20 to 10, and from Vicious Rampage from 20 to 15. However, rage gained from taking damage has been increased from 3.5 from 3 to 5. Reduce the time an enemy is knocked down after impact from... okay, the rage mechanic and stuff, numbers, until we see like in-game exactly how he's gonna feel and how much rage is bro gonna get. We'll see. This is what I'm excited about though. Reduce the time an enemy is knocked down after impact from last stand ultimate ability from 1 second to 0.75 seconds. Thank you. Yes, please. I want to do that. I want to be able to like actually play the game rather than bro press an ability or like, I don't know, press the ultimate and then I'm like, okay, so fine. You can do stuff to me for like 1 second and I'm going to fight back. This is good. You're going to be able, I don't know, you get caught as a support and then you can just cast the ultimate to maybe try to escape this. Will this stop Vanguards from asking for Wolverine bans 24/7 because they're going to get pulled in the team? No. But this will feel better when playing against them when he's going to have the ultimate, because it is pretty frustrating to like stay stun locked essentially for like one second. 0.75, see exactly how much damage he can inflict over then, like during that time frame, but doubly changed for this one. And Wolverine will still be banned because it kind of sucks to play against them most of the times. Anyway, moving on. Strategist. I'm scared about this. Okay, let's go. Strategist. Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock is pick or banned a lot of the times. Adam Warlock. We're slightly reducing the frequency of Adam's abilities and adjusting the healing provided by his ultimate ability after reviving teammates. Increase the cooldown for Soul Bond from 30 seconds to 40 seconds. You know, I want to see on average how much time does it take for an Adam main to get their ultimate available. Crimeg Revival ultimate ability now restores 30% of a fallen ally's maximum health instead of a fixed 100 health. Somebody good with mathematics, but this is the TLDR over here. I don't know, you have 250 or something like that. You're gonna get less than 100 health. You're gonna get like what, 80 or something like that if you're in 250 HP hero. And 75 on a 250 HP hero rather than 100. But if you're a Vanguard and against a Vanguard, you're gonna get way more health than before instead of 100 health to this. So it literally, the rest is buffed against tanky heroes and nerfed against squishier heroes. Huh? If they could have just done it for heroes above a certain amount of health, then they get 30% restored, or I don't know, if bro has more than 400 health or 350 health, then he gets 125 health rather than this. I don't know about this one. Now, this is the big, huge nerf that I'm pretty confused about with Adam. A soul bond from 30 seconds to 40 seconds. I think that in Marvel Rivals, there are a couple of strategists that can literally do stuff and be like more proactive towards enemies that want to go and focus you down. Adam is one of those heroes. Loki is one of those heroes. Let's just say Mantis too, to a certain extent. But now, soul bond is such a great anti-dive tool and literally lets you play the game as a strategist. And the enemies kind of like are aware of it. They're scared to dive you as Adam. And now they're essentially not removing it, but making it way harder to use. Discipline and using Soulbound will be crucial for Adam mains. But I don't like this nerf at all. I don't think this was necessary. I really don't think this was necessary for Adam mains with a Soulbound. This is just painful. As a strategist, this will feel painful. I don't know, Spidey Venom dives you, can soulbound, you can survive this and stuff. 40 seconds is a huge cooldown. At this point, you know what? Maybe just move it to the ultimate. Maybe just move it to the ultimate and then move the rest to the shift and put it on a 60-second cooldown. And boom, if that's what we're gonna be doing. Abilities on a 40-second cooldown, that is massive. No, I don't like this. It will just, you have to have insane discipline with Soulbound, with the Soulbound ability, I mean. Cloak and Dagger. We're optimizing the logic of this dynamic duo's ultimate ability. After activating Eternal Bond ultimate ability, the duration of the first 3 healing zones will no longer be calculated separately. Wait, what? Instead, they'll remain active until the duration of the final healing zone ends, at which point all will be removed together. Oh, this is a pretty big buff. I'm sorry, but I didn't think that this is how it was working. I thought that like the way that it changed it now is how I envisioned the ultimate to work. This is a big buff. Because like, I don't know, you do 3 areas, right? Area 1, Area 2, Area 3. Area 1 will disappear faster than Area 2 and then Area 3. But now, Area 1, 2, and 3 will disappear, all 3 of them at the same time, when the Area 3 will disappear. Wow. This is a huge Cloak and Dagger buff. You're gonna be getting a lot of huge numbers in the ultimate. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Invisible Woman. We'll be fine-tuning Susan's protective capabilities to create a more strategic gameplay experience. Decrease the shield value of Guardian Shield from 300 to 250. Shield management is one of the hidden ways of how you can carry with Invisible Woman, and now they just made it harder to shield manage this. So you're encouraged not to keep a shield on somebody non-stop, but to just move it consistently. So be careful, be more mindful about your Guardian Shield usage, and you should still be fine. It's okay. 300 shield on a tiny ability and stuff like that was a little bit too much. Loki. To balance Loki's influence in matches, we're making a small adjustment to the frequency of one of his key abilities. Increase regeneration domain cooldown from 25 to 30 seconds. They did the same thing, same style of change that they did to Adam earlier. It feels so okay to like play against divers and stuff, and then you can just, I don't know, you feel like you want to play the game. They dive you and stuff, you use the regeneration domain, you survive, everything's fine, you get the chance to play the game, but now from 25 to 30 seconds on this one, it's not going to be available as often as before. I don't like it. I don't like it because a lot of the times, out of my experience with games throughout the years, if it says 2 seconds, you're going to feel it in game. If it says 5 seconds, you're definitely going to feel it in game. I know it doesn't sound that big when you go through it, but wait until you go into an in-game scenario and you play the same way that you did before. And then you're gonna go like, but I press shift. The lamps. I don't have the lamps. So we have some Mantis, Rocket, Raccoon. Okay. But like the Adam and Loki ones, they're forcing you to be incredibly mindful about your abilities. Your abilities, essentially, they're trying to make them ultimates. I swear. Okay, Mantis. To emphasize strategy over speed, we're modifying Mantis's health and buff mechanics. Reduce base health from 275 to 250. Why? Effects of Healing Flower and Allied Inspiration can be stacked up to a maximum of 16 seconds. Wait, this is big. Wait a second. Effects of Healing Flower and Allied Inspiration can be stacked up to a maximum of 16 seconds. If I remember correctly, the way that these abilities work, the Healing Flower is... So you have the resource meter, right? The Healing Flower is the one that just does a burst of healing at the beginning and then healing over time. And Allied Inspiration is the damage boost one. Can be stacked. So it means like when you play Mantis, you're gonna see like a bar move with until you have time to refresh it, you know, in order to like still benefit from this. The fact that you can stack them, each of them lasts for 8 seconds. Now you just do 2 damage boosts and then you stop caring about your Spider-Man for 16 seconds. The damage boost won't stack. You're just gonna extend the duration if you do 2 damage boosts at the same time. Same with the healing one. The healing one, I don't know, Venom's gonna dive, just put 2 healing ones on him and stack 2 healing bugs and then just leave them like that. In case you need a burst of healing, of course you can refresh the duration, because when you apply the healing, it also does a burst of healing and then it does healing over time. But this is a huge change for all Mantis mains, because Mantis, I feel like the design of the hero, you're trying to do too many things at the same time and you end up doing so little. Now this is gonna be huge, because what you're gonna do is in team fights, you're gonna be like, we're playing dive, double damage boost Spider-Man, 1 heal to Venom, 1 damage boost to Venom. I can play the game and then I can see what I can adjust. So it's gonna be absolutely huge with this one. It's gonna be huge. I like this change. I think this will make Mantis gameplay more fluid, more accessible, more sense to it. You know, especially because like you farm the charge necessary for Healing Flower and Allied Inspiration by landing headshots. The effects don't stack. No, like they can be stacked, but the effects don't stack. So even now in game, if you throw like 3 damage boosts, you don't triple the damage boost. You just refresh this duration. Each damage boost lasts for 8 seconds. If you throw this in, it's gonna be 2 of them, 16 seconds. Cool. Rocket Raccoon. I'm scared because this is a mountain of text. Rocket Raccoon's healing abilities will see some adjustments to enhance team survivability while balancing his mobility. Decrease the healing area of repair mode spheres from 70 health per second to 50 health per second. Okay, but add a new effect of one-time healing of 55 health to allies hit. Projectile speed reduction increased from 4.5 meters per second to 7 meters per second. Extend cooldown for jetpack dash from 6 to 10 seconds. Reduce dash distance from 10 meters to 8 meters. Reduce CIA ultimate ability damage boost from 40 to 25%. But add a new effect. During the ability's duration, linked allies will receive an additional 100 bonus health points per second, capping at 150. After breaking the link, this bonus starts to fall off after 1 second at a rate of 75 per second. Additionally, increase the energy cost from 3,700 to 4,000. Bro, this is almost like a hero rework with how many changes he received. Okay, let's go through each of them. Number 1. Decrease the healing area of repair mode spheres from 70 health per second to 50 health per second, but add a new effect of one-time healing of 55 per health to allies hit. If I'm reading this right, instead of like getting the heal over time of the healing sphere, you get a burst of healing. You get a burst of one-time healing of 55 health to allies hit. There is not a lot of burst healing in the game. This seems like a pretty huge nerf when we're reading it like this, from 70 health per second to 50 health per second. But if this is burst healing and you get it instant, you're gonna feel this. Burst healing feels good in any game. Not to mention the fact that you can have this faster. You know, like the projectiles will travel faster. So you can play from way in the back and just throw this in. We will see how exactly the mechanics feel in game. I personally don't like that much with how the healing area, like the healing mechanic for Rocket is. I feel like the indication is not that smooth as with other abilities, but see how it's gonna look like in game. Okay, I hope it's burst healing. If it's not burst healing, if it's not 55 health to ally set, it's gonna feel annoying. Gonna feel annoying with this. Anyway, extend cooldown for jetpack dash from 6 to 10 seconds. Wait, when the ball is passing close to someone, it is slower than it was before. Increase for 4.7. We'll see in game, bro. We'll see in game with this once. I'm a little bit cautious with this, you know, because like the mechanic of the ball moves kind of weird anyway with how like they coded it. See exactly in an in-game situation. Extend cooldown from jetpack dash from 6 to 10 seconds. Reduce dash distance from 10 meters to 8 meters. Not a fan of this, honestly. Like, this will just encourage you to stay in the back, kill bot 24/7 again, and then maybe chase and finish kills. I don't know what's up with them, like nerfing mobility and stuff. I don't know with this one. He's just gonna stay in the back, heal, because otherwise if you get close and personal, it's you're gonna be dead. So 4-second increase is massive. It is massive. It's almost double. I don't know what's up with this. I don't know why you would nerf his survivability in this case. I think that this was not necessary for him. And the ultimate. Damage boost reduced from 40 to 25%, but add a new effect. Blah, blah, blah. Linked allies will receive an additional 100 bonus health points per second, capping at 150. Increased energy cost from 3,700 to 4,000. Okay, let's start with this part. He was farming his ultimate really fast. The ultimate getting charged up really fast was a little bit problematic. It is what it is. They did ultimate charge cost to a lot of heroes, so I could see this getting changed. But here's the thing. I don't like the fact that they nerfed the damage boost and they added bonus health, like as a mechanic to the ultimate. Because Rocket Raccoon's ultimate was kind of like unique in the game because you could use it for strategists, because you can use it offensively in order to cut through, I don't know, a lot of massive sustaining team fights and surprise a lot of players. Like, for example, right now we had a super popular combo with Rocket Raccoon ultimate plus Venom ultimate to one-shot and stuff. I like that. I like the fact that we're like learning ways of not only defensive ultimates and wait for stuff to happen to us strategists so that then we can press Q. Now, this was an ultimate that you would not use defensively. Yes, you could when you get dived, obviously, but you could use it to start team fights and force yourself to win it. And as a strategist, you don't have a lot of tools in this game in order to pop off and like encourage your team to go in and do stuff. Because usually the ultimates are defensive, so they removed the uniqueness of this ability, of this ultimate from the strategist roster, and they added an effect of linked allies will receive an additional 100 bonus health points per second. So you're getting bonus health. So the way I'm reading this is you don't get what was cool about Rocket Raccoon's ultimate, which was the damage boost aspect of it, obviously to like win fights and be proactive with it. You're getting a budget Rocket Raccoon ultimate and a budget defensive ultimate. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting out of it. You should, with Rocket Raccoon, focus on the damage boost. You gotta then a little bit of healing, a little bit of damage boost, because if I want healing or damage boost, then I'm gonna go Luna. We need healing in the ultimate, I'm gonna press Q, swap to healing, I'm gonna dance. We need damage boost, I'm gonna swap to damage boost, I'm gonna put the damage boost, bro. Not a budget version of it with this one. This being said, though, there is one interesting element to it that I can kind of see and like. This becomes an even better engage tool. I think that this becomes an even better engage tool because of the bonus health that you get. Because you're essentially going to make your teammates walk in with a little bit of damage boost, obviously from 40% to 25%, and extra health. So you can make everybody tanky to go through choke points and take the fight in choke points, rather than waiting defensively in order to use it. Rocket Raccoon's ultimate will be used same as Mantis's ult is used. Not necessarily to like wait for mistakes to happen and use your ultimate defensively, but more proactive ultimates. Again, I don't like this change that much, but we'll have to find a way to work around it. And I'm super interested in how this will go. But yeah, I will just use the ultimate as an engage tool at the beginning for everybody to have like a lot of stuff. But I don't like the way that it's going in. We're adding bonus health. We're playing more defensively by adding more bonus health. We're giving more healing and stuff. It's, I don't know, just my 2 cents on it. Team up abilities. Okay, that's it for the changes. Whoa, a lot of changes. Team up abilities. New Arcane Order. Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch. This mystical duo is set to enhance their powers. As the team up anchor, Doctor Strange gains a maximum health increase of 100. Scarlet Witch unlocks a new magical mystic burst ability to her team up with Doctor Strange. See how good this will be in game. The numbers, whenever they do stuff like this, I want to see the numbers, or I don't click on an example and stuff. But interesting new team up. Stars Align, Captain America, Winter Soldier, another new team up. Classic partnership, now with added strength. As the team up anchor, Captain America gains a maximum health of increase of 100 and a 5% boost in damage output. So bro more damage, bro more health. Winter Soldier unlocks the devastating stellar impact ability through his team up with Captain America. We've seen in the dev update that literally you have a new ability and you just like go to your teammates. You trade off Winter Soldier with a Rocket Raccoon team up in which you add infinite ammo and a faster firing rate to more mobility / extra damage with this. I don't know. I think Bucky was fine with the survivability. I think that this team up for Bucky will be stronger than the Rocket Raccoon one. Just a take on this. Mental Projection, Emma Frost, Psylocke, Magneto, a powerful trio that connects minds and abilities. As a team-up anchor, Emma Frost gains a maximum health increase of 100. Magneto receives the magnetic resonance ability through his team-up with Emma Frost, and Psylocke receives Soul Resurgence ability through her team-up with Emma Frost. See how it's gonna feel like in game. Adjusted or removed. No more Winter Soldier with Rocket Raccoon team-up. No more Namor with Luna Snow. Psylocke has lost the Psionic Disc ability previously attained from a team up with Magic. Okay. This one. Hulk, Doctor Strange / Namor. Changes in synergy for these heavyweights. Doctor Strange loses the Gamma Maelstrom ability previously gained from his team up with Hulk. But Namor now gains the Gamma Monster ability to his team up with Hulk. Pair this up with the Hulk buffs. I'm calling it. We're gonna have Hulk. We're gonna have Iron Man. Maybe some Hawkeye, maybe some Namor. It's gonna be a lot. Scarlet Witch, Magneto, no more of this. Magneto loses the Metallic Fusion. Team Anchor effect has been removed. Thor, Captain America, Storm, a shift in the electrical dynamics for this trio. The Team Up Anchor effect for Thor has been removed along with the Voltaic Union team up ability. Captain America loses the charged Aegis ability from his team up with Thor. Storm loses the charged Gale ability from her team up with Thor. And that's about it. So from the team ups, the biggest changes, the biggest team ups, I think, W's. Gamma Charge, I think, will be super strong. Probably number 1. Pair it up with the Hulk buffs. Massive. For Stars Align, Captain America, Winter Soldier, I think Bucky will benefit a lot from this one. And this one, depending on the numbers, we might be seeing some Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch. This would be like my top 3 team ups going into season 2. And now for TLDR over here. A lot of tanks got adjustments. No good nerfs. Penny, Thor will be seen a little bit more. I'm not even a rapper. But Hulk is the star of the Season 2 patch. Definitely. Hulk will be played, pick or banned a lot. For Duelist, Hawkeye. Huge changes for Hawkeye. Huge changes for Mr. Fantastic. And huge changes for Moon Knight. Of course, some other DPS got some changes, but those 3 are the highlights for me. And for strategists, the biggest losers of this patch, I'm sorry, are Adam and Loki. It's just, I'm still confused about it. For strategists, Mantis the biggest winner. Cloak and Dagger the second one. And with a question mark to Rocket Raccoon, until we see how these changes affect them in game, I don't know if Bro is going to be stronger or weaker than he is in the state that he is right now. Please let me know in the comments what you think about the balance changes going into Season 2 of Marvel Rivals. And if you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, I'm 7 out.